Merck, helping multiple sclerosis patients live a better life.
Multiple sclerosis is an autoimmune disease that can affect anyone and is typified by dysfunctional nerves.
Well, I was diagnosed in 2010. My condition is, well, the MS stage that I'm at is called the relapse remitting. You know, the immediate thoughts in my regard, especially coming from a black background, you know, it was just as shocking and scary as it was when I first learnt about it. I mean, I don't know of any black person that lives with the condition.
Looking towards the future, yeah, I'd like it to be more well known, people to have a better understanding, but more specifically for the MS patients themselves to understand the disease better. To understand that it's life-altering, not life-ending.
Though there is no known cure for multiple sclerosis, neurologists have made great strides in terms of managing this destructive disease.
It is a condition where there is inflammation of your white matter. It is white because these cells are surrounded by fatty protein called myelin. And what happens in MS is there is inflammation that causes loss of this myelin and then resulting in loss of function in a patient. MS is a condition that can really cause any neurological symptom. One of the most common symptoms we would be getting is like an optic neuritis, and that would present with pain behind my eye and then soon with a loss of vision. So I would say in a nutshell, it is a very pronounced neurological deficit that really arises overnight. My advice to a newly diagnosed MS patient would be, number one, it is absolutely not the end of the world. We cannot cure this condition, but we can treat it. And I would really advise them to start treatment as soon as possible because it really makes a difference on the long term. A healthy lifestyle is absolutely vital. Regular exercise is important. A healthy diet, especially if you can follow a diet rich in your omega-3s, and treating all your vascular risk factors, I think is important for the management of MS.
Christelle Todt was diagnosed with MS as a young adult, and her positive, proactive approach has made her an inspiration to many.
When the diagnosis was first made, my first reaction was to burst into tears. It felt like my world is coming to an end. I knew, because I knew a little bit about multiple sclerosis, I knew it wasn't a death sentence, but I thought that everything, life as I know it, was over. 12 years later, you realize that you still had a lot of life in you and you still had a lot to give, so it takes time to get the perspective there, I think. I think the things that keep me going and that keeps me focused and strong, because you have to keep your head strong, is I do exercise. It's very difficult now to exercise, but I do Pilates. You're trying to keep your muscles strong and your core centered, and I think Pilates for me has been very, very good.
When I met Christelle, she was diagnosed already. And it was about the person behind the illness. I fell in love with it, and all the things we did after that.
Me getting impatient now with myself not being able to do things, he remains calm. He's almost like my point of center that I can look to, and someone that can be there for you all the time. And you just know, you don't have to ask, you can just press the button and they'll be there.
Merck, helping multiple sclerosis patients live a better life.